Amit Sharma's Badhai Ho is a new take on pregnancy, which uses a middle-aged woman's unconventional conception to explore Indian society's attitudes towards family, intimacy, and older women's sexuality. The Swaddle presents Recasting. In mainstream Indian cinema, pregnancy is mostly portrayed in an aspirational light, but only for young women. The set order of life, that is marriage followed by childbirth and then lifelong parenthood, is depicted as if it's the only correct or natural order of doing things. But Badhai Ho uses the pregnancy trope to make viewers reflect on the different ways in which society controls individuals' choices around parenthood. Badhai Ho's plot revolves around the unplanned pregnancy of a middle-aged couple, Priyambada and Jitendra Kaushik, who already have 2 adult children. When Priyambada finds out she's pregnant, her doctor suggests an abortion. Priyambada instantly refuses, even after Jitendra asks her to reconsider.
मैंने ना कराना ऑपरेशन.
Her choice to have the baby takes Priyambada, Jitendra and their 18 and 25-year-old sons on an uncomfortable journey of dealing with society and their own reactions to this pregnancy.
ये तो आपको सोचनी थी ना कि बाकी लोग क्या बोलेंगे.
Friends, family and neighbors show their disapproval in a variety of ways. However, far more than health-related concerns, what drives people's disapproval is embarrassment. The accidental pregnancy is considered proof of the couple having sex at a time when society considers it inappropriate for them to act on their sexual desires. And there's an added layer of judgment reserved only for the woman. Jitendra's mother blames Priyambada for the pregnancy, arguing that it is natural for a virile man like her son to have sexual desires. Still, it is Priyambada's duty as a sensible woman to exercise restraint.
वैद साहब की छोरी, मैं पूछूं उसको क्यों ना आई शर्म?
Using people's perceptions of Priyambada's pregnancy, the film highlights our hang-ups around sex. Sex is necessary only after marriage and only for procreation. Good wives should never enjoy sex, only consent to it to fulfill their duty of providing offspring. And once that job is done, in Priyambada's case, after giving birth to and raising 2 sons, they should divert their energies elsewhere, like in spiritual deeds. The film, through the couple's 25-year-old son Nakul's perspective, also sheds light on the hypocrisies around sex and desire within the parent-child dynamic. Nakul is so disturbed by the idea of his mother having sex that he's unable to have sex himself.
तू ही बता यार, ये भी कोई मम्मी पापा के करने की चीज है क्या?
The film traces his journey of evolving to realize that as their child, he's been denying his parents the same agency and freedom he expects them to give him.
मेरे पेरेंट्स को मेरे यूएस जाने से इशू है, मुझे उनके रिलेशन से इशू है. अरे अपनी बीवी से कौन प्यार करता है? It's so not classy.
It is ultimately his girlfriend Renee who makes him see the problem with his thinking, as she questions why his parents need his or anyone else's permission to have sex. Addressing a central issue in parent-child relationships in India,
You're like a typical Indian man. मतलब माँ को भगवान बना दो, पेडेस्टल पे बिठा दो, और फिर ये भी भूल जाओ कि वो वाइफ भी है और औरत भी.
Badhai Ho shines a light on how Indian children often put their parents on a pedestal and view them through a unidimensional lens, only as parents. Questioning the rigidity of roles within a family, the film shows how middle-aged parents are also individuals with desires and needs which they shouldn't be shamed for acting on. And just like that, Badhai Ho recasts the trope of pregnancy in a fresh light, using it as a tool to make us think through our own biases around aging and sexuality.